what attracted me to Brad, even though like when I met him, I could tell he was definitely dealing with some suffering. He was lonely. He was not in a good place in his life. And I was going through really hard stuff as well. His divorce was already final. Mine was like I had left the house, but my divorce was a little more drug out because he was fighting me on it. Brad and I started talking. Really, it started out just kind of comparing war stories about the divorce that we were both going through, both of our divorces. I remember the first time I met Brad, we were actually working at a bar together. I was working 2 jobs while I was married. I was doing online chat for an e-commerce company Monday through Thursday. And then Friday through Sunday, I was working as a bartender. I was working my butt off and I had little kids at home. Anyway, one of the first conversations I had with Brad, I walked up to him and I said, so Brad, I hear that your divorce story is almost as bad as mine. He said something like, probably worse, you know? And I said, so what's your story? Well, why are you getting divorced? And I remember he looked at me and said, because I cheated on my wife and lost a bunch of money and didn't tell her about it, lied to her about it. And I was kind of shocked because I thought it was pretty crazy that he was so forthcoming and so willing to just, like, he didn't blame her. He didn't say, oh, you know, because my wife is a bitch, or, you know, he didn't put any of it on her. He just accepted all of it and was just, here it is, take it or leave it. It was me, and it just blew me away. In the back of my head, I remember thinking, is he trying to drive me off? And is it weird that, you know, I'm kind of thinking, I think that is incredibly brave for him to just own that. And if he's trying to push me away, it's kind of doing the opposite. So I really wasn't sure how to take it.
But that's the foundation that we came to.
We built this foundation of being radically honest with each other. Like, it almost became a game. What's the deepest, darkest secret? Like, what skeleton can I pull out of the closet and lay out for you? Is there going to be anything that's going to scare you away?
So we laid this foundation of trust with each other. And I think that's really what it was. So when we talk about the purpose of relationship, we didn't know it at the time, but what we were both engaged in was personal growth.